I'm Gordon here.
Yeah, live, motherfucker.
All right, live, dead
I guess I'll look at
inside
the
in
camera
three.
or look at your face. So awkward, dude.
Whichever one's easier. It's just like I understand this is a haunting visage, but it, sometimes it's weird because my like where my camera is on my phone, it's not where I feel where I'm used to looking. So
You
uh,
do kind of look
it,
like a Walmart security guard, you know?
non-existent. Hell yeah, I'm a ghost,
You're there, but people
but
are
not
gonna
paid
steal.
enough. Yeah, I mean, I would encourage it, dude. If they paid me that little money, I'd be like, take it. Listen, we'll meet
I
after.
heard I heard most Walmart like the security guards are not even allowed to chase people out anymore. Like if you're
No,
stealing stuff, they just have to let you go. Which like, but I know with my luck, if I would go in there like steal a PS5, like I'm getting caught for sure.
you get the one Rambo, you get the one volunteer
100%. Yeah.
firefighter that
Hundred
like.
percent. No, it was what's that fucking what was that program in high school?
Oh, you're
Dang
talking
it.
about fucking when they the Army
That army
Corps,
pro yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
ROTC.
ROTC, yeah. It's some old ROTC guy who like couldn't make it in the military. He was like dresses with the black cargo short pants and shit at a Walmart, tackle
Dude,
me from behind and break me in half.
on Black Fridays, there was this special ed kid that we went to high school with. He wasn't like, like real bad, but he was, hey, bub, can I get a chew off of you? And they like, and he got his license and all this shit, and he works for the like emergency department and shit. And every year on Black Friday, they give him a badge and a modicum of power. And you get to watch this fella get drunk off his ass with power and become a god of Walmart for about like 6 hours. And it's hilarious, man. The boy gets aggressive. I go up there just to watch the shit.
I love it. That sounds
The,
fucking great, dude.
it's one
I
of
haven't
those.
been in a
It's
Walmart in a long time.
I live, dude. I got a problem. Like I ain't like thinking for nothing, but dude, I have to take a pack of batteries every time I go to Walmart because they're so expensive.
They just make it so easy, dude. Like,
I, dude, on one of the last podcast shows that we had, I prank called Walmart, and it took me three WalMarts before I found anybody that gave a flying fuck that I was trying to return something that I stole. Like I called him and I was like,
shit.
"Hey, I went to try to shave with the beard trimmers I got from store there, and well, I'll be ding dang it, they didn't work." And they're like, "Well, that's okay. You can bring them. You can bring them back in." I'm like, "Well, this thing, kind of don't have a receipt." And they're like, "Ah, it's okay. You can bring the box either. You can bring the box in." I was like, "I stole them. I'll level with you." And they're like, "It took me
They don't
three of
care.
them to
What?
get somebody to
They
give a
don't
fuck."
care. Yeah, they're like, that's fine, man. I still from here every day.
And it was, yeah, I mean, that really took away from the whole thing. I thought it was going to be hilarious, but it took me 30 minutes to find somebody that was like, hold on, are you trying to return something that you stole? I was like, I got a job interview. And
You're calling a place. You're calling a place where the people that work there regularly steal from there. They definitely don't give a fuck that you're stealing from there. Like,
they'd be mad at me for like moving in on their turf.
yeah, like, hey, bro, don't burn my fucking spot.
Dude, I gotta
Go
show
to the
you
other
this.
fucking Walmart.
This is too funny. Like when I said bag of batteries, like
You're really stealing batteries, this fucking guy.
dude, it's $14 for four AA lithium batteries.
Meth head behavior, dude. I just want you to understand. This is
Fuck the
somebody who
man.
eventually starts accusing the government of listening to them. I'm just being real with you. I'm worried. I'm a little
I'm
worried
gonna have
about you.
children one day.
You have
Like, and
conspiracy theory level amount of batteries, dude. Like almost like you're keeping batteries for some big thing that we don't know about.
hey, I
If
might,
you
you
start
don't
taking
know.
apart DVD players, dude, I'm gonna have to call somebody.
Oh God,
Oh no. Yeah, FBI.
I've got a large magnet as
We got him.
well.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. This is it. I knew there was
Bro,
something off about you, man. I didn't know you were like tweaking out and
it's
stealing batteries and taking things apart,
hey,
folks.
if I make it, I
Worried.
might put them back better, right? See, this started out as a 4 terabyte hard drive.
Oh
Now
God.
it's an eight.
Is it
So
did you remove the chip in it that was listening to you?
Yeah, that had to go first, man.
I
I
just
couldn't
want, I
stand.
just want to make sure.
That's all I could hear. You
I mean,
know,
I get that, but you don't want the government frying your brain out, dude.
it, that's why I keep sand in my pocket, like old Dale Gribble, like pocket sand.
You
You
know,
know, he's like
some of that
my
shit,
idol.
like sometimes it's. I think like conspiracies, it's a matter of like how convincing the person is, right? Because like every now and then, dude, I go on a YouTube dive, and every now and then, some dude almost convinces me the moon isn't real, and that we didn't land on it, and then it's like a satellite. Like I think I get they get close every now and then. I'm like, then I catch
Uh,
myself. You fucking
I
idiot! Don't listen
mean,
to these people.
what is the moon? It's just a step up above Pluto, and Pluto is the Rhode Island of the planets. So, Rhode Island, Pluto, moon. It ain't real. Makes sense to me.
Have you
Linear
seen? I
thought.
mean, there's, dude, there's really people that believe that the moon is like a satellite that we sent up there. Like it's not a real
Okay,
planet. It's like a satellite
I was
that
gonna
keeps
say
us in orbit.
technically. Yeah.
Oh, here we go, dude.
Well,
I have
it
all
could be
these
made of
batteries
cheese.
because
I gotta get back home somehow, bro. Dude, but
all
look
the
at that. That
batteries
is
for the.
hilarious to me.
Are those all you unused batteries?
Brand new, buddy. Oh Lord,
You really steal
I
the
got
pack of batteries because of Walmart. I mean, fuck Walmart. I don't give a shit.
hell yeah, Energizer right here for
Now watch
days,
batteries and
buddy.
shit. Oh my god, he's losing his fucking mind.
I like watches. I like to know what time it is.
Definitely watches, trains, bridges.
Got a 9 volt,
Of course, why not? Why do you sure? Of course you do. Yeah.
bro. But that's wrong of them to charge $14 for four of these. That's highway robbery.
You know, on the
Therefore,
bright side, never in your house is the phrase uttered, "Oh man, we don't have batteries for this."
I can't. And that's like music to my ears. I'm like,
Right?
what'd you say? Old person who made fun of me for taking batteries, huh?
Oh, that's random. We need a
Oh,
9 volt and watch batteries. Well, you're in
heck,
luck.
good luck finding those batteries in the dark. Oh,
Hey.
I like
Oh
making
man.
myself useful.
Dude, I used to work for the grocery store when I was younger, and I worked in the meat department. And
Oh, it's okay. You don't have
weekly,
to
like,
incriminate yourself.
oh no, no, it's okay, dude. Weekly, I would grab like fillets and T-bone steaks and shit, and mark them down to like $2. So I used to steal so much meat, dude. I pay like
Dude,
$13 for like $300 worth of meat.
that actually makes more sense than
Sorry,
stealing batteries, to be honest. I mean,
that shit's expensive, dude.
dude, I counted that up though, and it's like $400.
I mean, fuck Walmart. Who cares, dude? I saw
I
this thing where
know. I mean,
Walmart
I
was
feel
threatening to
good doing
close
that.
stores because of theft, and like, who gives a shit, dude? Okay, close them
Walmart has to close stores because what?
because of so much
Because
theft.
oh yeah, I believe that.
And people are stealing so much that apparently they threatened to like shut a bunch of WalMarts down. If people don't stop
I'm
stealing
trying
from them,
to.
which who gives a
I'm
shit?
moving your. I'm moving
Oh
your
hey,
screen and my screen and I screen. You screen. We all screen for Keith's batteries. Not today.
it's getting crazy, dude. Now I gotta look. I think it's better this way because now I gotta look over here, which means I'm looking over here, but you're over there.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to where it's full
It's off the
screen.
rails.
It
This is off
always
the
used to
rails.
do that. I don't know. I like a rail every once in a while. Ha! I don't really know what that means, but I've heard people that do
I
try to
don't
say that.
understand what that means either, dude.
Does that sound like I used it all right?
I sure does. I guess. Yeah. Why not?
Anything with this tooth missing sounds right.
You got a whole bag full of $400 worth of batteries, dude. Like, I'm just gonna agree with whatever you say because I don't want to end up on whatever list you're
You don't
formulating.
wanna, yeah, you don't
You
want to end up
know,
on the other end of the taser that these
I don't.
babies power.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a long range missile taser. It's gonna go 3,700 miles.
Bro, it's one of those it's one of those lasers that'll fucking like burn balloons and shit. The little dickhead kids get in trouble for shining
One day when I
airplanes.
have enough batteries, it's over.
Yeah, that's what every time somebody pisses me off, I'm like, one day you'll see, you'll see.
It's gonna be like The Walking Dead. You're just gonna be like the guy that has the warehouse full of batteries.
The walking, we may be dead, but our batteries ain't because we still got some juice.
Well, women
Dude,
would have their
it
dildos. It'd be great.
Hey, you know, I had a girl that bought me a pocket pussy one time when we was dating. She's like, just when I'm not around. And I used it when she wasn't getting around, and she got fucking mad at me. I was like, what
That's
kind of
funny.
bullshit is this?
Yeah. I had a girlfriend bring one of those home for me once when I was in my early 20s, dude. And I was like, this is dumb. Like, just have
Yeah,
sex with me, bro.
in your early 20s, that's an insult.
Right?
Like, I don't know if you've
Like
ever, like,
23, 24.
the unfortunate experience of, like, an unenthusiastic hand job is probably the most heartbreaking thing I've ever, like, had in my life. Like, it's just,
I don't think I've
it's
ever had just
defeating.
a hand job, dude. Like,
God
I've
dang.
always been like, I don't know if I'm a dick or what, but like, anytime I've been with a girl or anything, and they're like, "Well, let's give you a hand job," I'll be like, "That's fine. I can do that myself, bro. Like, I don't need that's like that's not worth it for you to
You
do
ever
that."
have them ask you like, hey, "What's your favorite way to get it?" Like with your mouth, of course.
Yeah, how about anything other than what I can do? You know, like I can't suck my own dick and I can't fuck myself. So one of those
Like,
things would be great if we're already here.
I don't, I don't know, man. I fuck myself pretty good. Like I got myself into some shit.
I don't think that's not the good fucking though.
Oh, theoretical. You
When all
mean
your battery
actual,
theft catches up to you, that's when that's when you're
dude?
fucked.
How they gonna catch me when I ain't gonna ever run out of juice?
You're
I'm
gonna
like
be the
OJ,
only
baby.
one. It's gonna be Christmas morning, like 8 years from now. You're gonna be the only one in the whole county that has a remote control car that works. That's how they're gonna know.
Hey, who's that funny boy that tells us them jokes and whatnot and what said?
It's Christmas
God
morning.
damn.
Only Keith's car works.
Dude, his mouth never shuts up. No wonder. It's all the batteries. Little do they know. Yes, the batteries, sure. Uh,
It'd be so funny right now if some guy walked up to that crack in your window and was just like, "Hey, yo, let me get some
hey,
double A's, doc." Like,
hey, you got some of them triple A's,
hey,
buddy?
you got some 9 volts on me.
I just need a little zap.
Man, the TV went out. Man, I need the batteries.
Dude, you would actually laugh at how close we are to like, people being like having to go on the hillside to change this antenna around to get different channels. That's
I believe it, dude. I believe it.
Like, talking about Little House on the fucking Holler. You click your heels together 3 times, you go back to fucking poverty here.
I mean, dude, I've been on the road doing comedy a few times, and we ended up in Oregon. And Oregon's it's a place, dude. Like Medford, Oregon.
I
It's
had
just
a
nothing there, dude.
I
I
had a
mean, there's some
decent
things
joke.
there, but
I thought about Oregon's like after they legalized all the drugs, Oregon State is the only place where you can't be an organ donor. Ain't that
yeah,
ironic?
dude, I'll take organs from a guy that's doing mushrooms. I mean, fuck.
Hell yeah, they're probably
Probably drinking
better
lots of
than
kombucha. That guy, you know what I mean? Like, probably pretty healthy, believe it or not.
it's better than a fucking 10-year-old that's been drinking Mountain Dew out of a sippy cup for all his whole life.
He's probably a vegan, the mushroom guy, you know? Like, I'll take the fucking mushroom guy's kidney. That kidney's healthy as fuck. So, what? So you put, I'll get high from his kidney? Awesome, dude. That'd be great. Residual mushroom high. I'll pay extra for that.
Dude, that's the
I'll
only
trade
kind of
kidneys.
contact buzz now that I can think of that I want. Like you gave me a new goal.
Dude, what if they could do that? Could you imagine if they could like put a thing in you where like they're like, hey, anytime you want, you can push this button and it gives you like a controlled dose of like what LSD, mushroom, whatever. Like,
Yeah,
oh
dude.
God,
All it takes
dude.
is, somebody with a curious mind like me, a lot of batteries, and
So fucking
like a
reckless though. Like,
and a
so
pain
many people
pump.
would die. How many
Just
people do you think would die the first day that people had that?
enough,
All
like,
like
and
98% of the population, or
as long as it was successful enough, like it's for a good cause. It may be the best cause,
this
dude.
would be terrible too. Get frustrated in traffic and like, fuck this, give me some LSD, burn.
Dude, hey, that's something my
Plow
dad
into a
would have
mother of
done. I
three.
don't know about LSD, but if he had vodka in there, like, yeah, like, dude, he cut a hole in the
Have you ever
floorboard of his
driven
truck.
on? Have you ever driven on LSD, man?
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, hey, no, yeah, oh no. Like, sure
No,
you know, your probation officer is not watching this here.
I drove on mushrooms, and I don't think. I mean, mushrooms apparently have not really been able to affect me very much. And I'm not saying that like, look at me, I've got such a good high
You haven't
constitution for
had
drug
good
taking.
enough mushrooms.
Dude,
There might be
apparently.
Well, I'm not going to say
Like
anything on camera here, but I have some mushrooms here in California that
unless I
possibly
like
you should try somehow, which would
I
never
drove
happen because
home.
that's illegal, but maybe you can try those.
Dude, I drove home in probably the most beautiful thunderstorm I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know if that thunderstorm was real, but I mean, if it wasn't, then I didn't get it. I mean, if it was, I didn't get anything up of 'em. If it wasn't, goddamn, like it was something. But
I've
yeah, I
seen some
didn't
shit on
really.
mushrooms, dude. You take enough mushrooms in the wilderness and you'll talk to God, bro.
Dog, that's like the second time somebody said that to me
Hmm.
on a podcast, almost verbatim. It's like you take enough mushrooms, you can talk to any kind of animal. Fucking, you should have got your arm and owl land on it and shit.
Listen, let me tell you this. Let me tell you my story, man. Because like I did mushrooms. Well, I've done mushrooms a few times, but it was like microdosing, like a couple grams, and like watching a movie with some buddies. But one time when I worked at a medical marijuana clinic for 8 years, and a buddy of mine there, he was like one of those like hippie kombucha guys, you know. And he's like, "Hey, bro, we're gonna go to Ukaipa. And we're gonna do a fuck ton of mushrooms and like hang with
Well, how
nature and
much is a
shit."
fuck ton to give me an idea?
Oh, we did 4 grams, or it was like 4.2 grams or something. Like it just a little under like that 5 grams that like Terrence McKenna says is like the threshold or whatever. Like I didn't hit that
Yeah.
because I was too scared. He did five
What do they
grams. I
call
did like
that? The fuck, it's some kind of the something dose. A champion or
no. Oh God, I should know this, man, because like I've listened to the Terrence McKenna things, but
I know, I love Terrence
it's
McKenna. He's
a hero dose.
hilarious.
It's a hero
Hero
dose.
dose,
A
yeah.
hero dose, yeah. So I did like 4.2, I think, and we lemon teched it, which is like so apparently psilocybin breaks down in citrus, and
Mm.
it helps break down the psilocybin in the cup before you drink it, so that when you enter it in your body, it's like that, dude. It's like within like 30 minutes, you're
And like
going.
quick absorption.
So we ground it up, and he put it in these like metal tea ball things, and we stuck it in a glass, and he squeezed a bunch of lemon juice in it, and we let it sit there. And then we let it sit there for like 30 minutes, I think, seeping in that lemon juice. We took the thing out. He took lemonade, like poured like a third of the cup of lemonade, and we just chugged it. Or not lemonade, I'm sorry, iced tea. So he put like a third of a cup of iced tea in there with the lemon juice, so like make it a little more palatable. Gulped it down, opened that stupid thing, like chucked the grounds in my mouth and almost puked and swallowed it.
It tastes like dirt.
It tastes like wet cardboard. It tastes like wet cardboard that's rotten. It's hard to explain, dude. Like
The rotten
it's
part.
yeah, that's the problem, dude. It's like sour wet cardboard. So you're like, "Ugh,
Fucking,
ugh," like,
I love me some cardboard, but rotten.
mm-mm. But if you're a texture person, like if you can't handle texture, do not do your mushrooms that way. Like I had a hard time. Like I had a hard time doing it that way. But dude, so I'm not kidding you, man. Like I leave, I walk away, and like I find this like tree stump to sit on, and I'm like at the point now I'm peaking, dude, and I'm sitting next to this tree that's like this giant tree. It's like a I don't know what you call it, but it had like the hangy branches.
Willow, weeping
A willow
willow.
tree, yeah, willow tree. Big, dude, like big, thick trunk and shit, right? I'm sitting next to it and in the shade, and I'm tripping my fucking balls off, dude. And this tree starts talking to me, but like audibly, like you and I are talking to each other. So like
Yeah.
this tree starts talking to me, dude, and it's talking to me in like an old like Scottish accent. Like I can't like you know what I'm talking about, like an old Scottish English thing, like
It's an
Sean
accent
Connery
you
kind of.
can't create. Or hello, what's
It's
it?
kind of like oh,
I'm full
hello,
of trouble.
hello,
Hello.
mate. It's not
Oh, you
Scottish, but
ready?
like an old timey English. So like, hello, mate. What
Oh,
are you
you
doing
ready
sitting
to get?
there?
It's
Yeah, but
Cockney. Oh, you ready to get fucked up, man, mate?
it
Like,
was like an old grunty, like an old grunty voice that you would hear in like some bar, like some divey shit bar, you know, like, all right, mate, what are you doing sitting over there on that stump? You know, like something. It
oh,
was like audible, dude. Like not in my head, man. Like I heard it like it was someone sitting next to me talking to me, and I was like, this is fucking nuts. And that tree, for what I talk to me about things only I would know. So like somehow my brain, but who knows, dude? Like maybe I opened the dimension. Like it's crazy, dude. Like the
you.
tree's telling me things about like my dad and shit that only I would know.
I've
I was
heard that
freaking out.
like you can, and they're like entities and shit. Like that. Well, I've heard all this, but you know, you've heard the same shit, I'm sure.
Well, I
Like,
didn't know shit about mushrooms when I did that, dude. I'd only done it a few times. Like I watched The Wall one time on like a gram and a half or 2 grams of mushrooms, and then the same thing again on like with like Avatar, and then like I think one other time, I did some at like a concert, like a gram at a concert, like microdose day. So like that was the first time I took like a real dose of mushrooms. I had no idea what I was in for, dude. Like no idea.
dude, I promise I've been listening to you this whole time. I'm trying to fuck with the layout here a little bit so that we can,
That's
so I
fine.
can get the
So
comments from the user, from the people
listen,
watching and stuff.
let me keep going because it's like the story gets crazy, dude. And it's like I don't know if it's what it is, but it's nuts, dude. So that tree's talking to me and shit. Dude, I looked over to like my right and there was like a mountain top, like a hill or whatever that went pretty high up. And it was all like burned and brown and dead and shit, right? Like the whole thing all the way up. It looked like a fire had went
Death,
through there.
decay.
It just looked like a fire went through there, man. Like I was, that's what it was, dude. And when I came out of that trip, like out of that experience, I literally that whole hillside was green and all the trees were green and shit. Like nothing was burned at all, dude. Like, but
Hold
when I was
up.
tripping balls, like the whole thing was burnt and dead and shit.
Listen, as a person who's burned a couple hillsides down, that's not no.
It is impossible. I'm telling you. Listen, all right. So this is the craziest part, right, dude? Like I'm sitting under that tree, that willow tree, and like all of a sudden I feel like the sun in my face, right? Like super warm. This is the craziest thing ever. Let me preface this by saying I'm not like I don't but I'm agnostic, right? So like
Yeah,
I don't
smart man.
disbelieve
Yeah.
in God, right? But like I just don't like if it's real then like awesome. But like we don't
Yeah.
have enough proof to say like that's a for sure thing, right? So like whatever if that sounds ignorant, I don't care, whatever. You know what I mean? But like that's
How
just my
dare
view.
you
How dare
insult?
I?
Oh, I
How
don't
dare
like
I have my own
that. I
beliefs?
don't like that.
But I say that to
Dude,
say because like I don't have like a stern, like firm belief in Jesus Christ. So like
well,
I hit
yeah.
so like that's not something I'm expecting or thinking about or you know what I mean? Like and that warmth hits my face and I look up, dude, and it's like a beam from the fucking sky. And all of a sudden, dude, like I smelled my dad, which is fucking crazy because my dad died
No.
when I was like 21, right?
Yeah.
And my dad was always wore a leather jacket, was a cigarette smoker, and he always wore Davidoff
I can
cool water.
I can smell it, dude. Like my
Dude,
dad's probably smelled almost the same way, except it's Stetson. Like,
yeah, dude, like the cologne leather cigarette smell, like it's like
yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Like, and bro, I swear to God, man, like I'm sitting there and all this trippy shit's happening, and I smelled that like it was right in front of me, and I lost my shit, dude, because I was like, yo, what the fuck is happening right now? Like, you know what that smell is? I knew what it was
Yeah.
immediately,
It's like
dude, and
I
like,
can smell my dad's truck. Like if I think about it,
oh,
like
right.
you know, and
So
well, the olfactory senses is like most connected to memory, like out of all of our senses. So like,
I
whenever
don't
you
know,
smell
man.
something,
It was so powerful that I feel like I opened a door when you because like when you take that much mushrooms, man, like anything over 4 grams of mushrooms, I think, or 4 grams and over, um, you're like you lose all ego, man. Like so, like
oh,
that shit fully leaves, dude. You have full ego death. Like
dude,
you're just
that's a good
existing.
thing though. Like
It is.
sometimes, like voluntary versus involuntary are two completely different
Involuntary, not
things.
good. Yeah, if you take,
Yeah.
I so I'll tell you a story after this where an involuntary like that happened with a friend of mine, and it it was bad, and it
Fucked with
ruined a
him.
whole night. Oh, it fucked with him for a while, and it ruined a whole night, and he doesn't do acid anymore, which is
Oh, that
it's
sucks.
oh, dude, it was. I don't blame him. So dude, like that happens, right? Like I smell that, and like what the hell, pee pee.
PPT. Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
hold
Hold
on,
on,
I'm
I'm
fucking with
fucking with
this
this
real
real
quick.
quick.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
I just
I just
wanted
This
wanted
fucking guy, man. Trying to tell my life story. No, I'm just kidding. So that
How
shit
dare
happens,
you?
dude. Like I feel calm, like really calm in that moment. I don't feel anything physically, but like I feel like I don't feel like I'm hugged or anything. But I can smell him. I feel calm. I feel the warmth from the sun hitting me in the face, and then it lasts for like that whole thing right there. It lasts for like 3 to 5 minutes max. That little peak right
That
there, like holy
euphoria.
yeah, that euphoria, whatever I was seeing, all that shit. I kind of start to snap out of it, right? Like that smell fades away. And I come out of it, dude. And the trippiest shit ever is I look over, that whole hillside is green. None of it's burned or dead at all. It's beautiful, actually. I look in front of me, there's huge trees in front of me, man. There's no room for light to come through the trees. That's why I sat in that corner, because it was so shaded. Where under the willow tree I was at, and in front of me some big trees that were blocking all the sunlight around it. So
Like,
how the fuck did a beam of light come through where those trees were parted when that happened, man? And I felt that
hey,
warmth and shit. And like when
yo,
I came out of it,
sometimes
I freaked
you
out,
end
dude.
up you in the right place at the right time, and some trippy shit happens, man. Like there's things that happen that we have no idea of, like
Dude,
what's going on, and like
I think what happened is my brain, like I crossed a plane
it's right
where
here, and
I
you
stepped
got
over almost enough to see everything, but I didn't quite
the
let myself
veil
go
was
that far.
thinner, like
Yeah,
you
right.
know.
I didn't quite allow myself to step all the way through, because like it was pretty crazy, man. Like I remember sitting on that stump next to that tree that was fucking audibly talking to me. That was
Dude,
like telling me to let go and like let the journey happen and shit. And like
yo,
when I
trees will talk some
finally,
shit.
dude, I'm telling you, man. Like when I finally allowed myself to let go is when all that other shit happened. It was fucking crazy. And then the
Dude,
whole rest of the trip was just like it was nuts, dude. Everything was talking to me. Animals were talking to me and shit, dude. I mean, you just
hey,
like,
my dad, like he said, it's cool to talk to animals. That's fine, everything. Just as when they start talking back, that's when you start having to fucking worry, like.
well, so like the crazy thing, it's gonna sound crazy, bro, but like the crazy thing about it is that like you see anything, like I saw a deer or so whatever. I was pretty sure it was a deer, but I'm not sure if it was real or not at this point. But like I saw a deer in the distance, man, and I just like I could like feel like it knew where it knew I was on like the journey, like I saw
He's
it and
like,
like
oh, he's
clocked eyes
high.
on it for
It's
a
not,
second. Yeah.
it's not hunting season.
It was just like, hey, I know what you're doing. And I was just like, oh shit, dude, like this is crazy, bro.
Oh, Bambi, is that you? I'm sorry, I didn't do it.
I just saw so much shit like that whole trip, man, that like I'm not sure what was real and what wasn't. But it's crazy to think if any of it was. I mean, I don't know, dude.
Dude, you gotta think like it. We only experience like I think less than 10%. Like we only perceive, and like in like a certain small spectrum, like of like what's actually out there, like in the whole like spectrum of light and things. Like our eyes are the most evolved thing in the human body, and by a long shot, but they're still shitty compared to everything that like they could
Yeah,
do. And for us to even be able to like interpret like the signals and shit, that's like light refracting off cones in our eyes and shit, and then like it's relayed back to our brain, and our brain says, oh well, this is the person, you recognize that person, that's fucking amazing. Like it's like
it's pretty
it,
crazy, dude.
I can't stand it when like I'll see somebody like mad at their cell phone, and I'm like, tell me how it works,
Nobody
and they're
knows
like,
how it works.
yeah, it's the
Nobody
same
knows.
thing with me. I don't fucking know either. It's goddamn magic to me. And
You know what's
like,
even crazier though, dude? Is like, what if you look at the other side of that experience? Like, say you like look at it from like a scientific standpoint, right? Like,
I'll
there's no
try to.
like plane or dimension to cross through, right? Like I just took something that poisoned my body that made me hallucinate, right? But like even if that's just the truth, right? Like how crazy is it that our brains are so powerful that it can make me see things that aren't there, make me smell things that aren't there? Like that's insane, man. Like
Hey,
that's fucking crazy. And if we can tap into that by taking a
uh,
plant that doesn't hurt you, it only makes you take a kind of mean shit the next morning.
hey,
Like I think everybody should do it. It should be 100% be legal, man. Like
aside from the good aspects, like the visuals, and then like the feeling of like being with your father and things like that, that's all getting drunk is you're poisoning yourself to the point
I
like
mean,
it's
it's
that's
different
it.
though because
Oh,
like
it's super different because
yeah,
drinking alcohol is it's they call it spirits for a reason. It's like there's a
drinking
lot
alcohol lowers your
to it.
inhibitions, but it certainly does not get rid of
You
your
know,
ego.
no, it gives you more.
It
That's
gives
why
you
it's
more,
dangerous.
yeah. Like it gives you way more ego, dude. Like if you had a little
False
bit, you have a lot by the
confidence.
end of it.
Well,
Oh, dude,
that's America in a bottle, dude. Because our main export is like fucking stupid, confident people. Like
that's true,
it,
man.
it's bad. Like
Unfounded confidence, like it just makes no sense. Like why?
Yeah, I think Jim Jeffries has got a it's him that's got a good joke about it. He says, "Now who would you fucking like to have working on your motorcycle?" He's like, "Would you like to have old fucking May Pang over here with his little hammer and real tedious with it and all that, or fucking Jeff over here?" He's like, "Fuck, all right, fucking done."
I
No, and I'm like,
mean, it's true.
"Yeah,
It's
dude.
true,
I
man.
mean, they got a shit ton of Chinese people, so I guess they know that they're expendable. So they're like, oh, I'm gonna do a fucking good job, like you know."
I mean, dude,
Hey,
if it's funny
think about it
watching
this
people.
way. Out of like, who do you think's got the best secret police in the world? Like, Russia's got KGB, Germany. There's like Spetsnaz. There's MI6. And there's nobody knows what the fuck Chinese secret police is named.
Listen, dude. Listen, not just out of biased opinion because I'm here. We are the nastiest motherfuckers on the planet, dude. Like we have people in every country spying on everybody, infiltrated everywhere, dude. Americans are we're fucking gross, dude. Like we're
Oh yeah,
we're savage as fuck. You think Russia's savage? Fuck Russia, bro. Russia's just has the balls to bomb someone next to them because they know no one's gonna fuck with them. And we're
yeah.
not going
It's
to get
gonna.
involved because we're not going to war with Russia because we're not going to
Oh
risk a bunch
no,
of American soldiers
listen.
for that.
Oh yeah, we will. Wait just a second. If you think America ain't sitting in the corner stroking his dick like, oh yeah, wait, oh no, don't do it, don't
Maybe.
do it. We don't,
We
we
do
don't
love
want to
war,
do.
but we still are. We're still doing a war right now. You know what I mean? Like we're kind of at the tail end of the Iraq. We're breaking up with Iraq, but we're still there. We're still
Bro,
getting
that's
money
our
for that.
lifeblood, man. It's like, like, hell,
It's how we get our
if
money,
war, I
dude.
mean, if
Like,
it's what everybody says, like, if they're like, well, how do we stop war? It's pretty easy. If you just make peace, more profitable than war,
oh no, I know
then
how you
it'd be
stop
done. But
war. I know how you stop war. There's only one way to stop war. You have to
drugs,
kill everybody on
mushrooms,
the planet and start over. No, you have to kill everyone on the
yeah.
planet and start over because even if you gave mushrooms to Jeffrey Dahmer, he would just be killing people while he saw shit. Like it wouldn't change that
Yeah.
motherfucker, dude. Some people are too
Oh my
far
God, this
gone,
is
bro.
beautiful. The
Yeah.
reds are
Oh
so
my
vivid.
god! Wow. Yeah. Mother. Oh. Trust, dude.
Dahmer, I
Would not have
barely
worked
know
out.
her. Ha ha.
Yeah. Oh,
Look at,
hey.
I'm making jokes about myself. Look at me, I'm healing.
Yeah, that wouldn't have worked out. Trust me, dude. There's no way. Yeah,
Actually,
mushrooms isn't
I
gonna
think that
fix it.
I really do think that well, I don't like when people say like somebody's crazy and all that stuff. Like it's easy. Yeah, I know some people that I've called crazy
Some
just
people
because
are
I don't
fucking
know.
crazy though, dude. Have you ever watched
Ah,
any fucking prison documentaries?
yeah, yeah, but it's
Some
all
people
it's
are
all
crazy,
an
man.
imbalance of something or for one kind or another. It's you've either got like too much or too little. It's the scarcity or an abundance of like some kind of chemical in your brain, some kind of traumatic event that we don't
Oh,
know how to
there is
address yet or
in the closet your
something.
whole childhood and you grew up and stabbed someone 134 times and there's just no saving your ass, dude. Mushrooms or not. You know what I mean?
Oh, well,
That
I mean, some
happens a
people need to
lot,
die.
bro. Some people need to
I mean,
die,
some
dude.
people deserve it. You know, there's one thing, that's one argument.
I'm
And
not only
like,
not against capital punishment, I think when someone gets convicted and sentenced to death, they should take them right behind the courthouse right there. Like, everybody in the back and shoot that guy right there, dude. Let's not waste all this time, bro. Fuck that.
what?
We know he did it, right?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
You're back.
I,
Wow.
I,
Okay.
oh, you got all like right wing on me, and I was like, no.
You know what you remind me of, dude? You remind me of like a drunk chick at the club who like you think is into you, but then like in the middle of you like trying to hit on her, she's like drops her phone and then she walks away and then she loses
Let's
her
go,
purse
girls.
and then and then she comes back and makes out with you for like a minute and then she's like, oh, I'll be right back, and then goes on the floor and dances with some other guy and then like you're still
And she
standing there because
stares
you're
at
an
you a little
idiot.
bit.
It stares at you a little
And she's
bit,
like,
yeah.
he's weird. He's watching me.
And then you're like standing in the
Uh-huh.
corner stewing, and she comes back and she's like, "Hi, I'm back. Did you miss me?" And then you're like, "Yeah, I guess I missed you." And then she
Oh
gets on her
God.
phone right in front of you again. She's like, "I have to pee."
And she's just scrolling through dick pics, just a
Yeah,
catalog
in
of
front of
cock on
you.
her
Yeah,
phone. Like,
that's it. Yeah.
no, it's like, I don't know, man. I guess it's where I've had to study this shit for too much, like psychology and just I've had a lot of shit that you know, I've had to try to deal with myself. I guess you can't go to like school to be a therapist for more of a selfish reason than trying to fix yourself. You know, like not really being too concerned about other people. Like,
I don't care about myself enough to go to school to fix it. So more power to you, dude.
well, bro, I mean, I wish that I just got on the goddamn internet, and that would have been a
That's the
lot
worst thing you
easier.
can do. I don't know what you're talking about. Going on the internet's the worst thing you can do most of the time, dude.
I don't know. You can WebMD yourself into a fucking into a paranoid like.
Oh, you can turn a common cold into cancer real quick.
You know, you really can, I think. I think a lot of it has to do with up here because think about what happens whenever people get a diagnosis versus before they get it. Like, if they get
Sure.
told the worst case scenarios, like some people defeat themselves from like the mental standpoint from the beginning. And
What do you think about like placebo studies and shit? Because they've done
it's
that,
absolutely
right?
true.
Isn't that
Yeah,
crazy though? Like
and the
that
human
always like
mind
blows my
is
fucking mind, man.
the human mind is insanely powerful beyond like what we have any even
So
like
do
a
you think
modicum of an idea
do you
of.
think we have the ability, if you're tuned in enough, to heal ourselves?
I think that we absolutely have a cure for cancer, but the problem is there's no profit in curing sick people because there's no money in healthy
No,
people.
no, no. I don't mean medicine. I mean like placebos, right? Like they give someone a
Mm.
pill, it's a water pill, they tell them it'll get rid of their headaches, and then all of a sudden they don't have headaches anymore. Do you think that's because they did never had headaches to begin with, or are we actually able to heal ourselves if we believe? If you take a pill and it's just a fucking water pill or a sugar
Well,
pill,
I don't think
how
that it
do you
lies
not have
in
headaches all of a sudden?
I don't think that it
What
lies
fixes
in the
that?
ability to be able to heal ourselves as much as it is that we don't have something to focus on and blame and then kind of obsess on and like make it worse in our minds because if
So you take
the
the pill
worst that
thinking like alleviating the responsibility of dealing with it, right? Like I'll take this pill, these headaches going to go away. So then you stop worrying about I have a
yeah,
headache
you
and
won't think
making it
about it.
worse, and then you don't think about it and it goes away. I
Yeah.
wonder if that's what that makes that's a more logical explanation, right? Like it's not necessarily like your body healing itself, but you just
You
unfocusing on that
Yeah,
or
it doesn't
stop
give you an
focusing on
excuse
that
to bitch.
altogether. Right? Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
basically
true.
because we love to bitch and we love to, a lot of people are like they're really attention based, like like beings. You know, if you give them like any kind of something that makes them stick out, that's the only thing they're going to talk about. Like
Yeah.
that makes them different from the crowd and stuff. So
You
if
know
you
what's
give,
what's crazy, dude, is like when I went into the hospital for my back surgeries, like I was in this wing where it was like all stroke victims and shit, and like spinal people that were like paralyzed from the neck down and shit. So like all of a sudden, I felt like bad if I was complaining about
yeah,
anything, dude. Like,
dude,
it's
it's like when
crazy
I
how
had
that happened,
COVID, I was like, holy shit, this is what people are dying from. Like,
right?
yeah, it's
Like I
like
guess I'll just wear the fucking mask, man. Like, you
for
know, like
real.
it's
I guess
yeah,
I'll go
dude.
home and be healthy and feel guilty alive. Like,
Yeah. It wasn't fun, dude. I got COVID too, man, and it was not a good time, bro. Like
yeah,
I wouldn't
well,
want to go through that
I,
again.
I was in jail when I got it. Like, so it kind of compounded on a little bit.
Ow.
Add insult to injury. Like,
I've
for
never
real,
been
it
to
sucked.
jail. I've never been to jail, man. I mean,
I wouldn't recommend it. It's
I
like,
wouldn't imagine you would. I wouldn't imagine you would, dude. I
it's
mean,
like
I
summer
just
camp for naughty adults, but you can't go home. Like, you ever go to summer camp?
when I was younger, a few times. I can't remember anything past like or before like maybe like 10 or 11 years old. And I don't know if I was molested or
Bro, I'm
molested or
right there with
beaten
you.
or I have no idea, bro. But like I have like there's just a fucking blank before
I
like 10
swear to
years old.
God, like I
I'm
look
pretty
at
sure I
pictures and
existed, but I
stuff,
don't know. Yeah.
and I hear stories and everything. Like, we did this and stuff. And I'm like, oh fuck, we did what? Like,
Dude, right? Every now and then my mom
yeah,
would pull out pictures and like me and her at Disneyland and such. Like, you remember this day? And I'm like, I have no fucking idea who that kid is, bro. Like, who is that
obviously
kid?
I was there. Yeah, I remember. On the inside, you're like, what the fuck? Is
I
this
know.
my
I tell her
family?
straight up, I'm like, I have no idea what that. Like, I have no idea who that kid is. That's what I said to her. I was like, I have no idea who that kid is. And she's like, you're an idiot. Stop that. I was like, I don't
Dude,
remember any of that, man. Like, pretty sure I was
I
touched.
I
diddled by
loved it.
somebody.
I told you about my piece of shit Uncle Kevin, didn't I? Like he
It's
didn't
always a
touch
Kevin,
me.
man.
Yeah, like I hate that dude so much. Like I wish he molested me, like so that I could just fucking put him in prison. Like, but no, the fuck you,
You shouldn't have
Kevin.
said that because you could have just claimed he did it. If he's a piece of shit, he's
Nah,
a piece of shit. He deserves to go to prison, you know?
nah. I got convictions. I mean, not. No, I got some of those too,
Felony
but I got
and
you know,
misdemeanor. Yeah, I know.
I got some morals.
Multiple felonies. We get it, dude. Stop bragging, dude. We
I'm
get
on
it. You're
paper.
cool.
If there's a woman watching, the moisture just went up. The humidity rose in the room. It's like,
If you didn't already have a girlfriend, you would definitely would have a black girlfriend, dude,
for
because
real.
at least you understand.
It'd be the second black person I saw. No.
Black girls like skinny little white guys, dude, which is hilarious because like
Yeah. Well, they say, once you go black, you never go back. Once you go skinny white fellow, you get your taxes in order. And
that doesn't really rhyme, but I agree with it. Yeah.
that's because of why I can't rhyme. The only thing I know, only rhythm I got is the algorithm. I
Like once
said,
you date a white feller, you get a better credit score.
no, your family just stops talking to you.
Oh, geez.
Oh no, if you date a white fellow, look, if I'm a great catch, I'm great with parents and stuff, but I don't know how I would fare like out of my. I mean, I like to be thrown out of my element sometimes, just to exercise the social fucking chameleonisms and shit. But I don't know how I don't deal well with people like loud very often, and
I
I
dated
dated
a
some
I dated
crazy white
a
girls.
nice, fine young African American woman in my late 20s, dude. She was great, man. But she never would introduce me to her family. I mean, it was pretty
How'd
funny.
that
She
make
was
you
like,
feel?
I mean, dude, I understand. I don't know, bro. Like, I understand. She literally, like, at one point, like, we'd only dated for like 6 months, anyways, before it all kind of like we broke up anyhow. But I was like, "You think I'll ever meet your family or anything?" And she's like, "I don't think you're serious, man." Like, she's like, "I'm not going to bring you around my family because, like, I don't think you're trying to do anything with me here. Just like fuck around. So, like, unless you show me something, like, I'm not." And I mean, that's fair, bro. Like, I was
Yeah,
just fucking around. You know what I mean? Like, I was only fucking with her, but like, I wasn't trying to be serious and shit. You
yeah,
know,
ain't
like.
that crazy? Like when girls are like 16, 17, talking about, well, you gotta be serious with me. I'm like,
Oh, she
I'm not
wasn't
even
16
serious
or
with
17.
myself.
Let's settle down. I was 28 and she was
Oh, I
like
know. I'm talking
26.
about like whenever you're the same age and stuff, but shit, and like girls are like in high school, you guys are in high school, and they're like, oh, well, we gotta get serious and stuff, and like,
No, dude,
what
I
are
was
you
a
doing,
dork in high school, man. I didn't have girlfriends in high school. I didn't lose my virginity until I
bro?
was
I peaked
18,
in
man.
high school. That's it. I like, I'll be honest about it. Like that was best times. I'm never gonna get there again. It's
I'm
cool.
38, man. I'm gonna peak. I'm peaking now. This is it. I'm gonna peak at 40, bro. Like this is my fucking plan, all right? Like, 'cause I've been a dork my whole life until I did comedy and found out that I could be cool. And I'm still not
Yeah.
cool yet, but I'm working on it.
I was always like, I never had like a social group or anything. I was always kind of like a loner. Like, I don't know. I just like float in between different stratas and like different groups and shit. I don't know. I was in my own little world basically for a long
I hang out
time.
with
I
the
still
Mexican
am.
kids, man, because I was a Raiders fan. So I used to wear my Raiders jersey to school, and then all the Mexican kids would fuck with me because I had my Raiders jersey on. Not fuck with me, but like they would stand in front of the Coke machine and fuck with the white kids, and then I would walk up and they'd be like, "Oh, what's up, dog? Like Rich Gannon, dog. That's what's up." Like,
Bro, I wish that I went to a place that had like more like a different diverse group of people other than fucking rednecks. We didn't
high
have
school was
any
pretty
Spanish
diverse,
kids.
man. I'll
We
be
didn't have any
honest.
Asian kids. We didn't have
We
any
had all of
black
it.
kids.
We
None
had
of it.
blacks, Mexicans, Asians, white kids, and then the Asians and the Mexican kids used to fight a lot, though. That was a problem. I know there was like a gang thing going
That's
on in my
weird.
school, but yeah, the
But yeah.
Mexicans and the Asians used to fight a lot. And I'm in like big groups, dude, like 10, 15, 20 of them at a time. Like sometimes they would fight. There were a few of them happened on the lawn outside of our library, dude. It was like you'd walk on the sidewalk and which faced like the main street, which was Warner Avenue right there in Huntington Beach. And like these fights would happen on the lawn where like the band would practice and shit. Cause
They
at the
play
time we had
music
this
to it.
shit like, yeah, dude. So dude, we had fucking so we like the school was really shitty when I went there, man. Like the first couple of years I went there was really shitty. And then like a Home Depot bought the land next to
Oh, this
the
is
high
finna
school.
get racist.
Yeah, no, Home Depot bought the fucking land next to the high school and bought out like a part of our like baseball field or something like that. And so we ended up getting a big chunk of money, or the high school ended up getting a big chunk of money from Home Depot. So like everyone started calling it a Home Depot High, which was fucking hilarious, dude. It was Ocean View High School, but everyone called it Home Depot High because they knew that the school got an influx of money from Home Depot,
Oh fuck, dude! Like
which is
our
hilarious.
our football team paid for everything. But we didn't have we didn't have books or anything. We had brand new like fucking football gear, perfect. Like every year, our books were falling apart. Like it's like, don't you touch them books with your football hands. And we gotta
Our
make
school,
sure that
our basketball team went to CIF like more than a few times, man. Coach Harris is. We have
our
one CIF
football
two
team,
times.
our football team flew in the Canadian national champions and whooped the shit out of them. Like that's
Kentucky, man, right? Is that where you went to high school?
fucking corn fed. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
just gonna
man.
write down the
That's
perfect
some
Lindsay.
cornbread party out there,
Like
man. He have been playing football since he was
if
6 years old,
Mexican
man.
kids and the Asian kids got together and formed a gang, it would be MSG 13.
MSG 13.
That's perfect. That's how you fix everything. Is food is a fucking.
MSG 13. You ever
You
stop
know
using that
that?
joke, you let me know and I'll give you money for it.
Hey, that's a good one. I like that. I'm even writing that with a little flair,
That's
like
hilarious,
look,
dude.
just some calligraphy shit.
Smart.
See, it's amazing. Like if you're kind of smart and you have an accent, like I call it the Southern to British, like the Southern to British ratio,
British
basically.
accent,
Whereas,
man.
yeah, you
Sometimes that's
attribute
all people
15
need,
fucking
bro.
North key points to anyone from over the fucking pond over there. Like, and like they sound smarter. Like if somebody's got a draw, you subtract 15. Like, and so
Don't do math with
15
me,
not key
man.
points.
First of all,
Well,
that's racist. Second of all,
I
not smart
love
enough for
it's
math.
stereotypical, but that's the thing about stereotypes. It's fucking most of the time they true.
Have you heard that theory that math is racist because more white people know math because of this school systems in
Oh,
black neighborhoods are bad, so that they don't understand math, and so teaching
I'll
math to
believe
black
that.
kids is racist. Have you heard
Yeah,
that shit?
well, let's
It's
talk about
fucking.
Asian privilege, and then we'll talk like
Asians are the most racist people on the planet, man. They're so good at math, bro. That's fucking crazy, dude. White people are.
Well,
We don't know math, dude. Asian people know math, bro.
well, yeah. I mean, I feel like it's a lot to do with like a discipline too, like there's just like their social
You're not
structure,
doctor
like
yet.
their.
You become doctor. That type of
I am
discipline.
Tiger Mom. It's just like yeah, it's like
We
my
are
dad
Miss
would shoot.
G13.
We're very salty. We're very angry. It's,
We're very salty. We're very angry.
hey,
We're
I'm right. I gotta write that
MSG13.
down. You can't, man.
You either become doctor or
Asians and the
sell drugs.
Mexicans. Oh yeah, or become yakuza. Very good yakuza tattoo art, and
Dude, you
once you
can't
go to
be Yakuza
prison,
if you're MSG13, man. That's not how that works, bro.
you can do whatever you want to do,
No,
man. There's
no, the
no
Yakuza is
bounds.
gonna be your enemy, bro. Yakuza is pure Japanese. They don't allow other
Well,
people in
damn,
there.
that is right. I'm stupid, bro.
No,
This
come
thing,
on, man.
look at me.
That's the Japanese Aryan Brotherhood.
A fucker you will, and a fucker you dolphin. It's
That's the yellow Brotherhood. I don't know.
Aryan brother. Oh, I got a
It's the
good joke
Aryan
about that.
Brotherhood of Japan, man.
It's like, holy crap, I can't find any. It's like, my cat keeps getting sick. I keep calling the veterinarian. I can't find anybody to fix the cat. I just keep finding old white supremacists. They all veterinarians.
I don't.
I'll make words go together. Like
I feel
I'll
like
force
if
them
you
together
just.
like a failed marriage. Like I was just going with
You're gonna
veterinarian, and
parent
it
trap
just
your words.
man, Lindsay Lohan was a bad bitch.
I can't remember what comic said it, but like there was some comic that was like had advice to like you should flip to in the thesaurus every day, like flip to a page, pick a word, and write a joke on that based around that word, like or using that word, which is like pretty good practice, man. Because if you're writing jokes and you're stuck, man, you just pick a word to go around, and you could probably make that
Dude,
work, man, if you're a good enough writer.
that's the only thing. That's my thing that I can actually give myself a little bit of props on and not feel like a complete prick. Is that I'm a good writer, and I've always been. I don't know. Reading was I just got it. I don't know. It's like, nobody told me I was supposed to like be right or left-handed, so I just like looked at my hands and said, I'm gonna use both of them, and now I'm ambidextrous. Like, it's just some things I missed out on, and it helped me, but these are all jokes. Like all this shit. Like,
To bring those on
it's
stage with you. Some works for some people. Bring their cards
hell
up on
no,
stage.
no. I'm a
No, no.
professional.
Yeah, there's some professionals that do that, dude. I can't remember his name, man. I'm a fucking bad comic, but there's a comic. Maybe it was. No, I don't think it was. It might have been Dean Del Rey. I might be wrong, but he went up on stage and he had like a notepad and he had glasses on like halfway down his nose or whatever, and like he would come
Don't you
out
love
and he
it?
would tell a joke. And then he would be like, if they laughed, he would look down at it. He would look up at them. He'd look down, and he'd put like a little check mark. And then he'd tell a joke. And then if they didn't laugh, he would look up to them, look down, and then he'd
Well,
cross it out.
see,
It was
that's using
fucking
it to your
hilarious,
advantage.
dude.
That's
Oh my god,
prop at the same
so
time.
funny.
Like that's a cheat sheet and a prop.
I don't
So
mean
I
any
mean,
disrespect by not remembering his name. I just smoke so much weed. I don't like the fact that like when people are like weed kills your short term memory. Like it definitely does, dude. Like I forget so much. It's kind of bad.
weed is a gateway drug. It helps people get off drugs too. Just as some
I just gotta
thing
like
like as a
if you're a pothead, man, you have to marry a girl that doesn't smoke weed because one of you has to be able to remember things, bro. Like my girlfriend doesn't smoke any weed, man. She drinks every now and then, but she's not a pothead at all. And so I need that because she remembers everything, bro. She's like puts things in the calendar. Things pop up on my phone. I'm like, oh, I have an appointment. I'm a
that's
fucking idiot, bro. I would die, dude. I would just die if
I'm
I
the
didn't
one that
have this stuff.
remembers everything. Like unless it's important. That's it. Like I've got this garbage disposal or garbage trap memory. Like
If it's
everything
important, you
is
forget.
yeah. It's almost like I do it like unconsciously, like to fuck myself. Like some self-destructive behavior. It's just like subconscious.
So are you the type of person? Because this is that person I am. If I'm like when I was like I'm on disability right now for my back and stuff, but I'll have to go back to work in a couple months. But when I would be going to work and stuff, dude, like I would get up in the morning sometimes like a little early than I
Just
normally
smoke
would and be ready. Oh yeah, I definitely would smoke weed. No,
or
yeah,
go
for
back
sure.
to sleep.
No, I'll get up and smoke weed and shit. But like I would have like 30 minutes. So I'm like, oh man, I'm super early today. Like I have time. And then I'll literally leave the house with 5 minutes to get to work. Like it's like I'll get to work on like barely on time. I'm like I get to
Oh,
work sometimes and I'm like, I'm clocking in and it's like, 3 minutes after the hour. And I'm like, bro, like 45 minutes ago, I had 30 minutes to get here. Like, what did I
yeah.
do? Like,
What
how do I
happened?
sabotage myself every time? That happens to me every time, bro. I'll make myself
Dude,
be late when I have the
that's
time.
ADHD.
So
Yeah,
fuck, man.
that's exactly. And you ever like have so much to do and you plan on doing so many things that you absolutely get goddamn nothing done?
Oh yeah,
Like,
dude. I get
yeah,
overwhelmed by how if I have to do a bunch of things, and then I'll start doing one thing, and I'll maybe like half finish it, and then I'll be like, I'll do this tomorrow.
yeah, exactly. It was like, oh,
Yeah,
well, I mean, I can't just half-ass one thing here. I've got 7 things I've started here. Well, I'm not gonna do anything, and I'm gonna feel like
it's
shit.
a miracle I get anything done ever, dude. It really is, man. I'll sit there and
Okay.
think about being hungry for like 3 hours, and then by the time I get up to make food, it's like midnight, and I'm like,
It's like you're
fuck.
sitting there you're like trying to will the universe to bring food to you
Yeah,
without
right.
you having to do anything.
I sit there and think about the food for hours. I'm like, oh man, that food sure does sound good. I'm gonna get up and make that, and just never do
Oh, fuck. Like we were talking about how like it's fun to write jokes like with like race like as the like backbone of it, because it's well for me it's
They
fun
can be
because
fun jokes, yeah.
this one I've got
They're
here. It's like
funny.
I can't. I hate people that use the excuses. I can't be racist because I've got a black friend. In no other circumstances that really work. You can't be like, well, I'm not a pedophile. I'm friends with all kinds of kids.
Well, I feel like you have to add like, and I barely fuck them or something. You know what I mean? Because like
Yeah,
a pedophile would be friends with a lot of kids. You know what I mean? But like I'm not a pedophile. I hang out with tons of kids, and I only fuck like. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. I only
I
fucked
only
one
fuck them
of
under.
them,
Yeah, I only fucked one of them. Right? Exactly. Yeah. Like I hang out with
or
tons of kids, and I've only fucked like 3 of them. Like that's what you know what I mean? Like
I only fuck the Catholic ones.
I only fuck the Catholic ones.
Oh, this, I write some stupid shit down. Like, if I was on death row and I knew that I didn't have a chance, I had my last meal, I'd order popcorn. So whenever they turned the juice on, I'd fucking freak the shit out of them. I'd pop. I'm
Oh man, what
crazy.
would
Like,
your
I
last
mean,
meal be? If you were on death row,
hopefully
what would your last
pussy.
meal be? No, no, be realistic. Let's pretend like you're
No.
on death row. What's your last meal, man? I want to know. It's the last thing you're ever gonna
Kobe,
fucking eat.
is it gonna be a Kobe beef fillet? Yeah, I love steak, man.
That's it, just
Uh,
one little fillet, dude.
I probably would try sushi one more time because,
Ooh,
goddamn it,
yes.
I
Fuck.
don't like sushi and I
I
feel
love
like I'm
sushi,
missing
bro.
out.
I love sushi, dude.
Dude, I
I would
don't
have
know
so
why.
much food. You're like, come on, Keith. You gotta fucking. I would, dude. Mine would be like a Big Mac, large fries, a Coke, a fucking double double from In and Out with animal fries.
Oh,
Let
okay,
me get
okay.
four
Shit,
sushi
we're talking like
rolls,
that.
a
Okay, yeah.
pepperoni pizza.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking eat
Yeah.
myself to
Okay.
death before you tell me to fucking share, dude.
I want to get one cut of every kind of like cut you can get off of a cow, and then I want four banquet
There we
macaroni and
go.
cheeses,
There we
like the cheap
go.
ones that you
Yes. Oh
microwave.
yeah, yeah. They get the
Fucking
crust on
garbage
the
food.
outside. They're
Yeah.
terrible. Yeah, but they're good though. Yeah.
So good, and like a pot pie, bunch of
Mm.
like a little ravioli and meatballs.
Oh yeah, some raviolis with
Uh,
meatballs. Oh my god, dude! I'm gonna eat myself. I'm gonna fucking find an episode of my 600 Pound Life. You know that TV show where they eat
Hell
a
yeah, I
fucking
watch that when I get depressed.
dude. I'm gonna find a TV show, an episode of that TV show where they fucking lay out a meal that looks delicious and be like, episode season 8, episode 24. That's my last meal.
Dude, that's actually
Thirty-four
one of my
thousand calories.
jokes. It's like I said, whenever I kind of recede into my cave whenever I get depressed and I start watching television. When I'm really fucking down because I got like three shows I cycle through. I'll watch like my 600 pound life, Locked Up Abroad, and if I'm really fucking down, I'm watching To Catch a Predator because God knows it can always be worse. They're
Oh my god, those are great shows, by the way.
hilarious.
I love To Catch a Predator. That's
Why do you have to
unfortunately
see?
I live free, man.
Dude, I like to think that.
Claimed entrapment. None of them got
Yeah, yeah,
time.
dude, thank you, because I want to see the messages that those fuckers were sending to these dudes.
Oh, there was messages, dude. But like, it's fucking crazy that they. It's like, dude, entrapment. Dude, you can never entrap me into trying to fuck a 12-year-old boy or girl.
No,
Like,
dude,
like, there's no
I
entrapment that exists to make
I
me fuck
swear
a
to God,
child, bro.
at
It's
the
so
end of
stupid.
my joke, like that I've got written down in parentheses, it says, "And if you want to know who's a real fuckhead, look who yells. That's entrapment."
Yeah, right. Like, as a entrapment, you made me try to fuck that child. No, sir, that's not how this works.
You put it in my head, you twisted my arm.
It's
It's
just
like
my
we sent
arm.
you four messages.
You might as well put a gun to my head, sir. We just signed into the chat room and you started sending pictures of your dick.
Yeah, you showed up naked with a box of condoms and chocolate with KY
I
jelly.
said I'm
Yeah.
13 and I heard a knock on the door 10 minutes later.
You, here's what it said. Hello. And it said, do you say lubricant or lubricant? It doesn't matter. I'm coming in.
Dude, the crazy thing is that, like, okay, maybe you can claim entrapment if like they didn't say a bunch of crazy shit, but it's like I'm 13. They're like, "Do you like to get your asshole licked?" Like right off the bat, you're
Right?
like, "What? How is
I
what
want to be your
entrapment
dirty
is saying
toilet.
that?"
Like, they're like, I like Pokemon. And they're like, I want you to shit on me.
Yeah, you're only 12 years old. I want you to piss on my chest while I lick your asshole. Like,
Right?
Jesus Christ, dude.
I mean, it's like, whoa, that was right under the
Entrapment?
surface, huh, Phil?
Entrapment? Really? Entrapment?
That's hilarious.
Ah,
Like, or the guy's like,
crazy,
I just
dude.
wanted to show, I just want to tell them that this was dangerous, that
Yeah, I
they
want to
shouldn't be
come and tell
doing
you
this.
they were okay. They talked to the grown man on the internet. I was going to come put my dick in her vagina for just to let her know that's not what you're supposed to do.
Exactly. Listen, see, it smells good to me. It shouldn't. I'm the person you stay away
I'm
from. See,
not
I'm a bad
enjoying
guy.
this. I hope you learning the lesson right here. This
Why
don't
do
feel
they?
good.
Is there a universal way that you can do an impression of those people?
I don't
Everybody
know, man.
understands that that's
It
just
just
a.
it just is, bro. Like those are our English people. You know what I mean? You know, they say like English people are the real Americans. You know, like
Hell
but like
yeah.
rednecks are our English people. You know, like Those are
Hey,
the homebred Americans, unfortunately.
they're the ones that the rednecks are trying to live up to. They're the ones
And
that
we
set
don't
the
need to
standard.
finish our whole words back then, all right, man? We just don't have time for all that now.
The only difference between the royal family and the Fugit clan here in Kentucky that's so ancestor fucking blue is money.
I don't get it, dude. The South is wild, man.
Have you seen Prince Charles in lately? The dumbass just like popped up like, I don't sweat. That can't be me in those pictures.
Yeah, I don't sweat.
Or was it Andrew?
I don't
Oh God,
perspire, Your Honor, so that couldn't have been me there, man. Please
that was
don't.
him. I swear to God, that's what he said. They let him go on and take this fucking interview with 60 Minutes because he thought he could talk himself out of it. Like,
Wasn't it like I want to say it was like one of those like Middle Eastern countries that were like Iran or something was like, we don't have gay people here. Like, there's no gay people here. That's not a problem in our country. We don't have gay
well,
people.
all right, you throw them
If
off
you don't have
loose
gay
whenever
people,
you
why is
find
it
them.
illegal to be gay, bro? Like, explain that.
Yeah, for real. That's like well, that was stupid, Keith. They ain't all winners. You know,
Especially the ones that don't even come out of your head all the way.
right? Sometimes you gotta abort them. You know, like like Texas. Oh, no, like
Oh,
Texas can't. That's a
they don't do
terrible
that.
thing.
Yeah, no, they don't do that.
No, we just have like, can you imagine if Dog the Bounty Hunter was chasing you down and you were like a 16-year-old confused girl, and he's like, "Don't you get rid of that baby," with his hot dog skin and shit.
Tackling her in the fucking parking lot does it for her.
And she has a miscarriage. She's like, "You're going to prison
You're
now."
going to prison. He's like, you're going to prison. And she's like, actually, you did that. Like, Dog the Bounty Hunter spends the 25 years for aborting baby. Like, that chick's on the news.
Oh,
She's like, honestly, I'm not even mad about it. Thanks.
thanks, dog.
Thanks, dog. You're a hero.
Oh,
Bye.
Jesus, bye. He's in prison, fuckface.
Oh my god.
Do you know Davy Jacks?
I know.
Um, Oh, he's a funny fucking dude. I'll have to introduce you guys. Like, he's one of those people that does like shouldn't exist. Like I was telling you about my buddy that like does music and he's like kind of good looking and he's funny. Like he should
That's
catch
not
on
fair, right?
fire
And
immediately.
he probably has a big dick too, which is just definitely not fair. Like
I'm sure it's like he probably has to have his own special kind of genes to
he
fit it
probably
or
has back
something.
problems because of it. Because those guys, they don't ever get all they get all the things. They're never like good at music and funny and a good actor and a small penis. It never happens. It never happens, dude.
Yeah, it's like, if a guy's got a mullet and a pit bull and a child, at some point he's gonna dangle that child in front of that pit bull to show you this ain't don't hurt nobody. He won't bite them
Yeah.
babies.
Like you can look at
Yes.
me and you already know small penis. I have no big dick energy here. You know what I mean? Like, I have like pay bills on time dick energy, which is most women really do like that. You know what I mean?
I look
They
like
enjoy
I
that.
could be packing, or I look like I could be running a
No,
low grade
you're
fever.
skinny
You
guy,
know?
man. I remember that Chris Rock bit. Like, I always shave down there, because like house always looks bigger behind a manicured lawn, But like, dick looks bigger on a skinny guy, even if it's a little dick, it still looks bigger. So you're probably packing some
Hey,
heat, dude. Let's
you
see it right now.
know,
Anyone
all
in the
right,
comments, let us
it's
know.
high school again.
Put a live
Hold
poll
on,
up right now. Vote in the comments if you want Keith to expose himself on live on the internet right now.
Dick's out for Harambe, man.
Dick's
You
out for
know,
Harambe,
we didn't forget. You got one shot, one
Dick's out for the
opportunity.
Catholic Church, dude. Dick's out for the Catholic Church.
Was this 8 Mile? And I was like, yo, one shot, one opportunity to seize this small boy who falls in your enclosure. Do you catch him or you let him slip?
I'm sweaty. This kid is spaghetti.
Knees weak, take the shot already. Jesus, that Hillary Clinton with that gun? She got a fucking twig, like fucking jittery trigger finger.
Man. I mean,
Oh yeah,
honestly, like this is gonna
Hillary,
sound bad,
baby.
but you should have just let him kill the kid because there's a fuck ton of kids, man. Like we're so
For real.
overpopulated, but how many gorillas do we have? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that gorilla could have been the next
yeah, man.
Coco,
Well, no, we're just never gonna get that gorilla back, bro. That's not fair, man. Like they're in
That's a
captivity for a
fucking
reason.
waste.
Not all
Well,
of them,
shit,
but like that one was.
that kid's probably got asthma and like has a fucking kid he doesn't take care
That
of
kid's a
right
little
now,
shit
and
dick, dude. That kid's probably a fucking iPad kid, you know, like just a little shit dick, fuck ass
they're a
loser.
thing,
Ain't doing
right?
shit with his life.
I
They
broke up
are.
with a girl one time because I hated her kids so much. Like
Yeah, iPad kids, dude. It's a real thing, bro. They're fucking
it
annoying
took
as
up a
shit.
part of my day. Like it
Oh
was an
yeah,
adult hatred. Like it
yeah.
was bad.
It
Like
baffles you when you hate a child. You're like, I want to punch this child. Like, I don't. What do I do with this emotion? What do I do with
I'm
this
like
energy?
I'm like a pedophile with violence. I want
It's
to fuck him.
hard,
I
dude.
want to punch him.
Yeah, I
Like
feel like I don't know what it's like to want to fuck a child, but I feel like the urge of like wanting to punch a child sometimes it's probably the same. Like, but they don't fight it. You know what I mean? Like we fight it
right.
because I
I
don't
mean,
want to punch a child,
listen. I'll
but
level
I mean
with
I
you.
do, but I don't want to go to
I
jail.
mean, I've gut like I've gut checked a couple kids that fuck with me. Like but those parents ain't looking. We ain't doing no more. Drug dealers should watch their kids better.
Drug dealers should
Like,
watch their kids better, dude. Yeah. If it ends
that's
up in the
right.
street and I hit it, that's your problem, man. I'm not gonna cry over that.
For real. It might as well have been a basketball.
That's racist. I don't appreciate that at all. Okay.
Well, no, it would have got as you would have jumped over the car if it was racist. Listen, I hit a white kid. Let's be honest. Like,
Mm.
you're not going. Okay, neither of them were going to Harvard.
You don't want to hit a white kid where you live. It might be one of your cousins, man.
It will be. I hate my cousins. The world
Yeah,
would be better off of that. I mean, one of them still has a rat tail. What does that tell you?
that makes sense. That's why you hate him. Yeah, I get that, dude. I hate him too. I don't even know him, but I automatically hate him.
You should. I feel like that makes you a better person automatically. Like if
Anyone
you
with a rat
share,
tail, anyone with a rat tail deserves no success in life. Like they don't deserve to die, maybe, but they definitely deserve to like work at a Circle K until they die.
it's named
Like,
rat tail.
of course it is. I mean, why wouldn't he be named Rat Tail? That makes sense. And he works at a gas station.
Holy no, no. I mean, it's called a rat tail, and
Yeah,
that's like something people want. I knew a kid that really, I swear to God, is sad and hilarious to me at the same time. Now that I'm an adult and I got a dark sense of humor, he thought his name was Shithead, and he was 6 years old, and like he was a strong boy. He could pick my mom
pretty
up.
funny.
Like, well, it was pretty cool because I thought it was better than I was like, finally, my name's quit that. Shithead's worse, you know.
My name was Stop Asking. We don't know where your dad is. It was weird. It was really long. It was hard to spell on forms. You know.
I didn't know that like it was weird to drink like half gallon of vodka a day, like and
I didn't know it was weird to do coke on the kitchen counter in the morning first thing. You know, that's while you're making pancakes.
yeah. Or my dad told me one time he's like, I don't know your grandma, like I don't know if she knows what weed smells like or not. I'm pretty sure she might still think that you snort it or that it's what incense smells like. And I'm like, you're a
Incense.
bad son.
I remember when my mom found out I smoked weed at first. She's like, "You're smoking weed?" And I'm like, "You're really surprised? My dad was a heroin addict. Like, you should be
Dude,
happy that all I'm fucking with is weed."
I went to Christian camp one summer and came back, and I had a little metal pipe that I fucking I used to smoke my little bowls out of. That I'd like tried to be a little bud ninja and get little buds out of my dad's bag. I came back one day
Bud
and
ninja.
there was a little sticker on the lip of this drawer that said "Nosy little fucker, aren't you?"
That's hilarious,
and
dude. That's
and but I
hilarious.
came back and I got that fucking. I went to get my pipe in there, like the hole that I had cut in my carpet, and like the TV stand I had over it was moved. And my mom was crying, like she found like fucking heroin needles and shit.
That's
She's
hilarious. He's gonna die. He's
like,
gonna die.
I was like, guess what? And I held a girl's hand unprotected the other day too.
My baby. My baby is the corrupted by the devil. He's doing marijuana and fornicating with women saying married with my baby. Okay.
I'm going to hell.
I
Who's
want to
coming
go to
with
hell
me?
by proxy, Keith. God damn it.
Hell yeah, it's a fucking oxymoron. I love them. I'm smart too. So what's that tell you? Ow. No, they're terrible. They're terrible. There's something wrong with getting something that takes all your problems away and makes you feel great with
Drugs are
no
fucking
effort.
great. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I
Right?
love drugs. I'll be a
Hell
fucking
yeah.
idiot about it. The problem isn't drugs. The problem is idiots. That's the problem, dude.
Yeah. The problem is they work.
The problem is that they're fun. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
some people ruin it for the rest of us. Some
Some
people
people are
just
just
can't
fucking
handle the
assholes,
drug.
man. Like, stop overdosing, you fucking pussies. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Right? Jesus Christ, that's like Donald Trump. He's like, I snorted a line of COVID off of the desk in the White House. I survived, so everybody dies a fucking pussy.
Just
Like,
stop doing coke, man. Just stop doing coke. That's like the problem there. Just stop doing coke and stop doing heroin. Stop
cocaine is
doing
just
meth.
cocaine's
Stop
just
doing all
meth
that
with
shit.
manners.
Just take
That's
Adderall,
it.
bro. Like, if we could just do if we could cut all that shit, right? So like, let's just give everyone Adderall instead of coke and meth and shit, right? Like, we'll give you Adderall and then do weed, mushrooms, and acid. We're gonna be chill, dude. We're chilling, bro.
Bro, the
People gotta stay
pharmaceutical
out.
companies are listening to you just stroking themselves in the corner. Like,
Oh yeah, no,
yeah,
the Alexa's
yeah, give it
recording
to us.
everything right now for sure.
In 30 minutes, they ground their teeth to a nubs. They had to get a whole new set of bottom teeth. Like, that's how you can tell how old a
Who's gonna
pharmaceutical
hear
rep is. You can tell the
FBI?
roof off it.
Who is it?
Dude, actually,
FBI? Are you sure?
I'm terrible. I'm dyslexic. Is that come again?
You got drugs in there? No.
You
No
say you're a
drugs in here,
fibber? Oh,
man.
you ain't telling the truth? All
Where
right,
you
I ain't
guys
opening
hear
the door
that,
for you.
dude? You hearing rumors, man. Get out of here, dude. Those are jokes. Those are jokes.
Rumors. You talk about a good album. By cheaters for cheaters.
Who sings that?
Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, Fleetwood Mac. Wow, yeah. You are from the fucking South, dude.
Bro, my girlfriend looks just like Stevie Nicks. It's amazing. Well, good. Like back when she was old. Back when she's boofing coke instead of just like
Back when she was old. She was
no
old now.
back
She's dead
back
now.
when she was young. I mean, back
Oh,
when she was
yeah.
boofing coke.
She looks like her back when she was old, man, right before she died. I'm a lucky man.
Bro, Cher is something is haunting. I don't know what that bitch does, but she sounded like a goddamn blue tick hound dog. Like, do you believe I'm 103? Yeah, yeah, I do. You look terrible. Stop it.
Look at like
You
Cher
know,
or like Madonna recently. Everyone's like, Madonna looks like a fucking wax statue,
bro,
dude.
dude, that's the joke. Remember, I told you I was writing I think my favorite joke that I've came up with. Like, or I've had the most fun writing this one. That's here we go. Fucking, it ain't perfect by any means yet. I'll work on it for a year, but um, I was gonna send you a picture of Miley Cyrus and say there's nothing that tells me that Miley Cyrus isn't just Madonna's muscly pussy running around after Madonna finally gave it permission to go do a couple things that it wanted. So
Dude, Miley Cyrus can get it, bro. She's hot as fuck.
fuck yeah, she's dirty. I don't care if she stinks, man. She's
She
like,
doesn't stink, I guarantee it. But she's definitely gonna put something in your butt. You're gonna have to deal with it. I'll let her put something in my butt, dude.
listen, I'll listen to Bangers, that goddamn album for the rest of my life if it means
She's far. Music's good, dude. I don't hate her music, man.
she
She's just
makes
hot.
music.
I came in like a wrecking ball. Everyone knows that song, bro. I mean, what
I
a great
came
song.
in like a bad decision.
That
You
was a good.
know,
That was a good decision, dude. That song made her a lot of money, bro.
bro, fuck yeah, dude. Getting naked and swinging on some balls, it's never been a poor financial decision for a
It's
woman.
not. It's never
It's,
not worked for an attractive female. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, historically speaking, I
It's
should
true.
try it. I mean,
I don't think it would work out for you, but you could give it a shot.
hey, listen, I look like fucking Ellen DeGenerate. I could pass as a lesbian if I needed to. And
I think you look like Ellen DeGeneres' pussy. Kind of like a
thank
liberal.
you. It's like it's like I look like a little what's his name? Neil Patrick Harris just
Kind of,
crawled out of
yeah,
there or
yeah,
something.
yeah. Kind of like if her pussy was Neil Patrick Harris. Yeah.
Doogie Howser, indeed. Hey, what
I'm
about a
here and
fun
I ain't fucking no men.
bro? You talk about a fun time. I would have been a doctor so fucking fast back in the 1800s. Like
Oh yeah,
back
you
when
just
you just
prescribing
had to like,
drugs.
say you were a doctor
You don't feel
confidently.
good? Here's do some heroin about it.
Yeah, let's get them ghosts out of your blood. That sounds terrible.
I feel
No.
better, doc. I don't know what it is. Probably all the heroin. You're welcome. What if I didn't
Haha,
feel like
plague
shit?
mask
Take more of this
away.
heroin.
Where'd he go?
Hey, doc, I'm tired. Here, drink this drink. It's called Coke, a cola. It's cola with Coke in it. Drink this. This is
Right.
great.
Yeah, no, it's like, I was wondering for a little while what the fuck people did back in the 1700s whenever the Spanish flu came through and the first real pandemic that we had to deal with as a nation, before we had cell phones and stuff. And like, did people have to talk to their families? Like, they got to sit stuck in their houses with these awful people? And I was like, holy fuck, the Coke had cocaine in it and you got heroin to get the ghosts out of your blood. They
Oh
probably didn't even
man.
know that there was a pandemic.
Yeah, I had no idea. I haven't seen the neighbors in a few weeks. Like they probably have a lot of
All
coke
right.
and heroin too.
Oh, time to take their stuff. Ain't that right? It's getting time. That's still here. The
I mean, they
fuck?
probably just felt bad for you when you were an addict back then. They're like, "Man, George sure is sick a lot. That poor guy. All he does is heroin."
We never see him anymore. And you're wearing his clothes.
Yeah, we don't see him anymore. Isn't that his horse? Nah, it's not his barn.
No, it looks just like it. Swear to God, it ain't.
No, no,
Are
it's
you
not,
sure?
man.
You
You
want
can
it?
tell it ain't because there's no George with it.
You see, you can tell it ain't his horse because if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah. That's a good one.
The good old days.
Oh, you know what? Actually, now that I look about it, it doesn't look like his horse after all. Wow, that's I
I
was
think
wrong.
I'm
My
gonna go
mistake.
mind my own fucking business, I guess, over
No,
here,
I think I'm
away
gonna
from
go shut
you.
the. I think I'm gonna go. I have some shutting the fuck up to do over there. I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah. Wife has me a whole list of goddamn getting away from you right now stuff
Congrats
to
on your
do.
brand new horse, unrelated to any horse I've ever seen before, man. That's great. Good looking horse. It's cool.
Save
The
a
saddle says
horse.
George, but I'm not. That's fine. But that's definitely not George's horse. Yeah, that's kind of.
What's that song? Save a horse if you save your life.
Save a horse, murder a cowboy. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Awful shortage of horses around here. We've got a pretty good surplus of cowboys. We could do a little bit less of. You.
We're like save a horse, ride a cowboy. It's just a guy riding on the back of some
He's
cowboy.
like, he's like, he's like, Henry, that book is blank.
I think that's what the song meant, man.
It's like, I know. I can't read either. It's all for show. It's
I
a
don't know what any.
ploy.
I don't know what any song means, man.
You mean them squiggly lines got meanings once you put the
I thought that was Japanese, man. Didn't even know Japan existed.
Oh fuck, you talking about a crazy time back in Salem's like, was you making eyes at my husband? No, we talking about I heard
Witchcraft,
you's a witch.
bro. If women today were alive back then, there would be no women because they would all
Oh,
just get mad at each other, accuse each other of being witches, so they were all fucking dead.
eventually men would stop wanting to burn them just so we'd have something left to fuck, and then the
Hey
women
guys,
would have
we're
this
running out, man. They can't all be witches.
running through the burning witches and running through the ditches. Goddamn Rob Zombie's been making the same song for 20 years. I don't know.
The funny thing is, you would imagine after like the 10th person you burned that
I'm
didn't
embarrassed
survive,
by
you
what I
might
just said.
stop. You know.
I wouldn't. I can't. No, I'll.
Hey, you know, man, the last 19 of these bursted into flames and died. You think we should maybe stop it? No, this is the
Bro,
one, man. She gonna survive this one. Oh,
I've
there she
learned
goes,
something
man.
about.
Goddamn, son of a bitch. Sorry about that, Larry. Thought your wife was a witch, man. My bad.
Holy, one of them actually turns into a witch and fucking flies away and kills a bunch of them. Like, holy fuck, that was
I
real.
fucking do it.
I was just mad. Oh my god, I got a whole other set of fears now.
Terry, all these years.
Bro, I found out I should never go to fucking Vegas. I've in the past 2 weeks I've spent so much money on online bingo and fucking pool games that I've been sitting there like my fucking knee shaking. Like I'm in a high stakes poker game with somebody gonna shoot me if I lose over fucking pool for like 50
You can be
cents.
like one of those guys that sends all his money to one of those Russian supermodels that's stuck at the airport and can't get out. I just
Listen,
need an iPhone and $1,000 in cash, and I can get to you.
I promise this Nigerian prince is real. This one is real, not like last one.
That
Or time
Nigerian
before.
princeton can't still work. There's no way, dude.
Dude, I don't know. I'm not stupid. Like I made this
I am,
skit one
and even
time,
I know that doesn't work. There's no way.
dude. But I mean, it was I can't remember. I like to yell in a lot of my videos because people, I don't know, sometimes they don't expect it, and like. And so I just started saying it. I was pretending I was reading a message on my phone. It says, I'm a fucking financial advisor. I'm a half-naked woman. That bullshit. I'm lonely." And that summed up like my late 2000s, and
It
yeah,
sounds like
it's
you need
pretty.
therapy, dude.
No, I need to give some. That's my
Mushrooms, maybe
real.
some mushrooms, you know.
That's what helps me is helping others. To
I
live.
just- Let me tell you something, Sugar. I just want to help other people here.
I just want to live vicariously through the laughter of others and the ones
I
who
just want
enjoy
to
the
live
fun.
vicariously through the Lord Jesus Christ. He's my Lord and He's my Savior and He's my Father and He's your Father too. If you let Him in there with you, sweetheart, you just got to let Him in there and accept Him into
You're
your
by
heart.
what? Did you say he's clear?
Jesus Christ is
Vicarious.
not, no, Jesus Christ is not queer, okay? Jesus Christ is pure, pure of
Tell it.
heart.
Tell that man walk around in sandals. He ain't queer. Yeah.
Jesus Christ
That's
is not queer because Jesus Christ hates faggots, okay? We taught that in the
uh,
Bible, all right?
all
Jesus
right.
Christ
All
hates a
right.
faggot, and you don't allow no faggot shit up in there in heaven, okay? I'm sorry for cursing, but Jesus Christ ain't sucking no fucking dick. And anybody sucking
Who?
dick on behalf of Jesus Christ is going to hell
Amen.
blasphemous, Keith.
That's my God.
Keith
All
Hamble.
right.
It's
Woo.
not my Jesus Christ. My Jesus Christ doesn't do no homo shit.
I know that lady. Like I know
Everybody in the
7
South
of that
knows that
lady.
lady.
I mean, the Old Testament's terrifying, but I fucking love that energy. Like you're gonna love my God. You're gonna meet him. Like
Yeah. You're going to love my God, sweetheart, or you're going to meet him and he's going to explain it to you. Okay?
you can suck dicks down there in hell. All
With
right.
a,
All right.
always with a smile. You can go straight down to hell and burn in hellfire. Okay, that's fine with me, honey. If that's what you want to do, you can go to hell with Satan and he can stick a hot
And,
poker up your ass and out your mouth and you'll burn to death every day for
mm,
eternity. If you want to do that,
no,
that's fine. Or you can love
it's like
Jesus Christ and you
no,
become
and
so
you probably like it. Mm-hmm.
and knowing you, you'll probably like it because you like that gay shit. Excuse me for cursing, but you just gotta let them in your heart and stop putting penises in your mouth, and you can come up to the Holy Land with the rest of us.
Says that in all one breath, and then has to whisper. And your mommy's disappointed in you too. She wanted me to tell you.
And
And
don't worry, don't worry. Black people go to a whole different side of heaven, okay? We don't let the black peoples into our side up there either, so you're safe up there.
we go to the good part. We got housekeeping.
The good part. It's still cloudy in black people heaven.
It's cloudy with a chance of me balling. You
It's
know.
in black people heaven, they still have the cops over there. It's fucked up. We don't go over there.
That's in heaven. It says black boys, black boys.
It's
What you?
in heaven. In heaven, all the cops, all the white cops, have to go to the black side of heaven, and they don't get any guns. It's like,
In heaven, the black guy actually breaks into the houses and brings home security commercials instead of white dudes that look like me. It's-
it's just
They're,
white cops getting arrested by black dudes all day, every day. That's their heaven. Either that or they go to hell.
so I get up
Like,
there.
I just
Oh
want to use
fuck!
this.
This is not gonna be good for me. Oh shit. Oh, it's like yeah. Is it too
Didn't
late
I
to
arrest
tell
you,
them?
man?
Is it too late to tell them I'm a good one?
No, no, it don't matter up there, man. You don't go to black heaven if you're a good white cop, a bad white, a good white cop. Only the bad white cops go to black heaven because that's like they go like a place
Bro,
where they open the door and they can beat up the white cops. It's like an amusement park.
oh, that's called Six Flags.
It sticks
Yeah.
flags. I like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Everybody,
you go on the roller coaster at Superman these hoes. You go
you
on
must be
that.
this black to beat.
And
Yeah,
Mommy,
it's
I want to
crazy.
beat him up. You gotta be older than 12 years old,
These
son.
are all like Richard Pryor jokes, basically. Like
Right.
I listened to one of his specials a couple weeks ago, and it's fucking crazy the parallels like that you can draw. Like I mean, you could plug it into fucking right now and not tell that it's like 40 years old.
Yeah, he was brilliant,
It's
dude.
yeah, like for real. You just gotta stand back at all, like some of the like foresight that some of the comedians like the or
He
my
was one of
favorite
the
even like
first
I got
real comedians, man.
yeah. I mean I can't stand fucking like the ones that everybody points to and stuff like fucking what's the one that everybody goes to first? God damn it
George Carlin. I mean, I love George Carlin.
no, not George Carlin. I'm talking like way back God damn it I knew it. I had his name in my head a second ago,
Rodney
but
Dangerfield.
okay,
Sam
no,
Kinison.
no, I love all those.
Um,
I mean, Kinnison got sad after his first album.
Doug Stanhope.
No, these are I'm talking old ones. God damn it! Like
Joe Rogan.
uh, Joe Rogan is I
Dave
don't he's Joe Rogan's got the Midas touch. He's the new fucking Tonight Show basically.
That's true.
Like
Yeah,
if
he's the
you
new
get
hot thing
on,
forever.
yeah, I mean yeah, if you're on the JRE, you're good.
Oh yeah, you get on JRE. Yeah, that's it. It's over for everybody else. Yeah, you're blowing up. You get on JRE, man, for
Yeah,
sure.
that was. I
If
mean,
you're an
it's like
entertainer.
Carson. I mean, he's the new Carson. I mean, not a lot of people would like want to admit that shit, but
It's true. I mean, I'm in the comedy scene here in Orange County in Southern California, and like, I mean, I've known a few comics that have gone on his show that have blown the fuck up from it. And you're just like, holy shit, this is fucking cool, man. You know, you need the comics that are already kind of established locally in Los Angeles and stuff, but then they end up on his podcast, and all of a sudden you're like, they're fucking gone. They're on
yeah,
tour and shit, and they're on the
boom.
road, and it's just fucking like that,
I'm
dude.
talking like fucking like Buster Keaton and fucking Lenny Bruce and shit like that is what I
Lenny
mean.
Bruce, yeah, I mean, it was a different time in comedy, though, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like Jim Carrey used to do comedy, and it really isn't great, you know. Like, but a time back there, like the '60s, '70s, '80s, like comedy it was just the thing that like people were pushing boundaries, man, and like trying to figure out something that was original and they could stand behind. And like comedy was just weird back then. It's so different now because we have a lot more freedom now to say
Well,
shit.
yeah, I mean, I understand that. Like, I'm just saying that it just wouldn't. It definitely it
They
wouldn't
wouldn't work in today's
stand.
climate, no. But
No,
we
like
wouldn't work in that climate either, man. Like you and I would
no,
bomb
I'd
so
be in
bad in the
prison.
'70s. Yeah, we'd be in prison,
Yeah, for
100%. Dude, we'd
sure.
be canceled, dude. Like, there's no way,
Like,
man. Like,
dude, I don't think that fucking Mitch Hedberg would work now. Like,
Mitch would still work now, just
I
because
don't,
his
man.
writing was so brilliant, man. Like, I think he would push. I think he's one of the only comics with a shtick from back in like the '90s that would make it today.
I hate to say that, like, but I don't know, but
He was so
escalator
unapologetically
that is
himself, though,
broken
man.
is still a set of stairs. I love that. That's fucking funny. Like,
One time I saw a sign that said "out of order." I said, "No." You have a sign that says "Sorry, this escalator is now stairs. Sorry for the convenience."
bro, I heard Chris Rock joke the other day. He told me one last night that cracked, or last night I think it was, that cracked me up. And he was
Like
talking
with the
about.
funny
He's
joke,
like,
right?
I live in one of the richest neighborhoods in the world. There
Yeah,
are
yeah.
three black people that live in my neighborhood, and one is
Like
Mary J.
him,
Blige.
Jay
Yeah,
Z, Mary J. Blige. Yeah.
he's like, you know what my white neighbor is? A fucking dentist.
He didn't invent teeth. He's just a fucking dentist.
Oh
I
fuck,
keep a
man.
backpack at the door just in case the real owners of the house show up. Time to get out of here. I knew the day was coming. We gotta go.
You can actually rent any home for the surprise rate of surprise, motherfucker. Like,
So good,
dude,
dude.
hey man, we should do this like more often, dude.
Yeah, man. This
If
is
you get
fun,
a
dude.
if you get a chance, like I love like just being able to cut up with somebody and not have to
Yeah,
worry
it's
about
fun,
like
dude.
and when you get comedy and I got to run by some of my jokes by you, and that helps me out a whole lot
Let's
because
do it. Just do it weekly, man. I mean, fuck it. If we're having a good time, we might as well.
I'd love to do that, and like
Yeah,
I have somebody else and come in on here too. Like
yeah, fuck yeah, dude. More the merrier, man. Let's do a round table. Fuck it.
we can have up to I can 10 people on here, but any more than
That's too
two
many.
drives
That
my
feels like
fucking yeah.
yeah, three max maybe. We're gonna have
I'll
to have
catch myself on
a
fire in protest like after
night.
two. Like fucking Tiananmen Square in my home, like it drives my fucking autism crazy. I love being able to say that now. Like That's not a lot of people. It took me a long time to be able to even fucking admit that, but after kind of having a suspicion I was a little retarded my whole life,
Oh, his batteries.
and then no, this is my pins. See, they got bullets on top of them because pow. Oh, anything.
This is redneck motherfucker, man. No, I'm looking at the camera in disbelief of like, there's my pins right here, man. Even got bullets on top of them.
I
Everything I
made that
got
Apple
got
logo
bullets
right
on it.
here. I poured the lead myself, made the metal. Real bullets in there.
You're the real
Dude,
America, dude. That's it. Your pins should have bullets on them. You know what I mean? I'm doing it wrong out here. My pins don't have bullets on them. What a fucking loser I am, dude. I feel like a
hey,
dork.
listen, I believe in the healing power of the written word,
I
and
subscribe to the NRA and I carry my bullet pins around me all day.
this is an old AK-47 ammo case that I keep all my writing utensils in.
I mean, it makes sense, dude. I get it. It's very redneck of you.
I'm
I'm
not
surprised you're not
against it.
showing me. I'm surprised you're not showing me your lizard right now, though.
I don't believe in cold-blooded animals. I dated enough of them.
So you don't like women, then?
I hate bitches. I love women. You know.
The B word.
Yeah, some of them
Can't
is.
believe it.
Haha. Oh, and this is also Robin Williams as the Joker. Goddamn AI is amazing.
That's impressive. Why do you have that? How do you have that?
I
You
made it.
made that? Oh, you made it. That is pretty cool, man. Robin Williams, I would have been. Oh God, he would have been so good for so many roles, man. Robin Williams could have nailed the Joker. I think I would have loved
Man,
to see him do a dark role like that, man.
dude, he had a really one of my favorite movies. Patch Adams is the reason that I wanted to is like one of the reasons I got into comedy. It's stupid. Like I don't care. And then
Good movie.
him in Good Will Hunting, I can quote that shit. It's like, damn, he didn't have a huge role in it, but fuck, dude, it's like
He was never in a
everything he
movie
said,
that
it
he was
had
bad in,
gravity.
dude. Yeah, he was never in a movie he was bad in. Robin
World's
Williams is
Best Dad,
a gem.
or
A
the
gem.
family, the vacation one. That movie where his son dies like jerking off is pretty fucked up. And
I don't remember that movie. Maybe that was a parody porn.
oh no, no, listen, his son dies like autoerotic asphyxiation, like jerking off, and he finds him. And Robin Williams is a writer and stuff, and he's never got success through anything that he ever did. And so he wrote his son a suicide note saying like he undid that stuff and made it look like he just hung himself and committed suicide because he was bullied. And the suicide note that he wrote to like the people in the school saying like you didn't appreciate me, all this stuff starts getting all this notoriety and all this fame and stuff. And Robin, having not like had any fame before in his life, like he starts getting jealous, like of the suicide note he wrote for his son. Like,
What movie is this?
I think it's called World's Best Dad.
What's
It's
that?
a,
Sounds pretty deep. I
it,
gotta look that up, though, dude.
it's pretty good, man. I mean, it's kind of cheesy. It wasn't exactly what I expected, but it's still a good movie, and it's a fucked up. That's a hard premise to juggle.
Oh, did you see that fucking movie he did? I think it was called 24-Hour Photo. Is that what it was called? Did you see that? Or 1 Hour Photo? 1 Hour Photo. Did you ever see that movie?
No, I want to. I've heard. I need
Dude,
to write that down.
he played. I remembered that because I was like, oh, he
Is
should
he a
play a dark
killer
role.
in it?
He's not a killer necessarily. He just gets obsessed.
Yeah. Don't give it
He gets.
away. Like,
He's like, yeah. He's an obsessive stalker. I mean, that's pretty much what
aren't we all?
the
I
movie
mean,
is. Oh, dude, but it's gnarly, bro. You gotta watch it. Dude. You have to watch it.
I might watch
That's
that
one of
right
those Robin.
now.
That stuck with me for so long. That movie, dude.
I gotta do some editing. I gotta fucking edit out my ass, dude. Like,
Watch that movie, man. It's gnarly, dude. You gotta really pay
I,
attention to it, but it's good, dude. And the
dude,
ending is fucking
I taught
crazy,
myself
man.
to write cursive again a couple months ago. That's embarrassing.
I don't need to do that. I'm not doing that. I just have my signature and that's it. Everything else is I can write like a 12-year-old kid.
Well, the only reason I had this weird like hybrid between script and like cursive, and it was like annoying me that I had to pick my hand up so much. So to like fucking
I don't want to pick up
tell
my
me,
bullet pins, man. They're heavy.
hell yeah, there's real bullets on them pencils.
These bullet pencils give me wrist problems, man. I learned how to do cursive.
Fuck tennis elbow, I got bullet fingers.
Bullet fingers, bullet wrist.
Oh, it helps with that right there. I can switch hands and gain 3 strokes now. Look at me. It
Listen,
added to
Keith,
my
let me
game.
tell you something right now, okay? God doesn't like that, all right? Now you stop doing that right now. We don't
I don't like him
masturbate.
very much
No, we
either.
don't. We
Tell
don't
him to come down
masturbate
here.
now. We don't say we don't like Jesus because then we
Tell
don't
him
get to
come down here.
heaven.
Make him tell me himself. Coward.
Oh, Keith, you're going to end up going to black heaven, and it's not going to be fun for you now.
We're coming for you.
Is that what you want?
God damn it. You sound like I can taste Paula Dean's pie right now.
Nah.
It's-
I sound like I'm
Every-
about to accuse my black neighbors of making the values in my neighborhood go down.
just shoot it. You
There's
guys
nothing
shoot
wrong
your
with
pistol at
them.
the window.
There's nothing wrong with
Just
them.
pop off a few rounds at the window every once in a while to
No,
drop
there's
the property
nothing. No,
value.
no, I'm not popping no rounds off now. There's nothing wrong with them. I just don't want my value of my property to go down now.
Nope, we spent good money on this. Your daddy
They're going to
worked
have
his butt off.
loud rap concert parties over there, and it's going to
You do
get the
that
wrong
so well. God, that's someone close to you, isn't it?
No, it's not
Oh,
actually.
fuck. No, it's a whole amalgamation of a whole class of people.
I can do it though, man.
Fuck yeah, you can with the best of them. Hey, dude,
It
this was fun, dude.
was
I'm
fun,
gonna
dude.
pop
Thanks for
off here.
having
I
me on,
gotta.
man.
Ain't no problem. My pleasure. Thanks for being able to put up with me and my bullet pins and shit.
Everybody listen to my podcast, Solo
Yeah, plug your
Brolo.
shit.
Solo Brolo. Listen to my podcast. Follow me on Instagram at Extended Midget. I post lots of funny things and reels, and I'm gonna start stitching. We'll start stitching some stuff with Keith here soon, man. We're gonna get on our social media together. This is it, man. It's South meets West, Southwest. We should call ourselves Southwest, dude. I don't think anyone has that name.
There we go. I did something.
Here we go
They
again,
didn't
dude.
like what I
Here's
did.
the girl in the club. Was she just about to take my dick out? And she's like, I gotta go.
My bad. Technology and me.
Trying to make bad dad jokes, you fuck, and you're stepping all over my material, man. This is not good. You're like a drunk guy in a bar, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. You guessed that spot on.
You're in the South, I'm in the West, so I was like, we should call ourselves Southwest. I don't think anyone has that name, but then someone does have that name because, anyways, I gotta fucking go, all right?
All right, terrible. Goodbye. See you.
I'm kidding, dude. Thanks for having me on, man. Let's do this again very soon. I had a fucking blast, man. Listen to my podcast,
All
Solo
right.
Brolo, Apple, Spotify. Just search Solo BRO-OOW. Solo Brolo.
Yeah, yeah.
30 minutes. It's just 30 minutes of me doing this by myself.
Yeah, I'm never gonna see this guy again. We'll see you guys. All right, bro. Hey, I'm gonna message you here in a second. All right.
All right, dude.